People never really get it. Their whole lives, they think being smart means memorizing a bunch of facts, quoting books, or always getting perfect grades. But deep down, you end up working with people who have degrees yet make stupid decisions. You've seen those with high IQs who completely fall apart under the slightest pressure. And you can't help but wonder, if they're so smart, then why do they keep messing everything up? Let me tell you the truth. Being smart isn't about knowing more, it's about seeing differently. The way I see things doesn't even cross most people's minds. And today, you're going to learn how these 5 mindset shifts won't just make you smarter. They'll make you dangerously effective. The kind of person who, when they walk into a room, changes the atmosphere without even trying. No showing off, no bragging, just a quiet, steady power. Let's go. 1. Don't argue to win. Ask to understand. Most people argue like they're in a courtroom. They just want to win, prove a point, or dominate the conversation. Smart people don't play that game. They don't need to win. They want to understand. They ask questions like, what makes you feel that way? What result are you really after? Have you ever looked at it from this angle? They stay calm. They stay curious. And because they're not aggressive, people lower their guard around them. They open up, and the truth reveals itself. That's the real trick. You don't need to defeat people. You need to understand them. And that's exactly what smart people do. Don't get stuck in the moment. Zoom out and see the whole system. Most people treat failure like the end of the road. They break down and fall apart completely. They hear a rejection and completely shut down. They destroy their own sense of worth and start telling themselves, I'm not good enough. But smart people don't take it personally. They don't even call it failure. They ask, what exactly led to this? What pattern brought me here? What small thing can I adjust and test again? They treat life like a system, not a soap opera. If you zoom out far enough, nothing is certain. Everything is just feedback. That's how smart people grow and learn. They don't waste time sulking or feeling sorry for themselves. They're busy tweaking the system. 3. Filter everything through one simple question. Is this within my control? Most people stress over things they can't do anything about. Traffic, what others say, people's opinions, the news. And the more they try to control what can't be controlled, the more they burn themselves out. Smart people don't waste their energy like that. They ask themselves, can I control this? If yes, they take action. If not, they let it go. They don't spiral into overthinking. They move straight through the noise. That calm energy you see in powerful people comes from ruthless focus. And that focus doesn't come from controlling the world. It comes from controlling themselves. 4. Be comfortable with silence. Have you ever noticed how uncomfortable people get with silence? They rush to fill it. With jokes, arguments, noise, anything. Smart people own silence. They listen more than they speak. They let the moment breathe. They don't interrupt. They just observe. Why? Because the one who speaks less usually knows more. The less you react, the more powerful you become. Silence is power. It draws people in, reveals things that loud people miss, and, most importantly, it helps you stay in control. 5. Don't react, observe. When someone says something rude, most people lose their temper. When life suddenly throws a curveball, most people panic. But smart people pause. They breathe. They watch. They calculate. And that tiny pause, that moment of observation, gives them incredible leverage. It gives you insight and clarity. Reacting is easy. Observing is power. Because when you pause, you start seeing things others can't. You become that calm person in the middle of chaos, and that makes you unforgettable. Final thought, You don't need a PhD. You don't need to have the loudest voice in the room. You don't even need to be the fastest learner. You just need to change the way you think. Ask questions instead of arguing. Zoom out instead of panicking. Focus only on what you can control and embrace the silence. Observe before you react. That's what real greatness looks like. Most people never do this. They just keep rushing, overreacting, and wasting their energy. But if you start building these mental habits right now, you won't just feel smarter, you'll become smarter, calmer, sharper, and unshakable. So if this message hit home for you, don't just scroll past it. If it woke something up inside you, like this video,